Hi everyone. Happy Black History Month. But I want to talk about generational trauma. So recently I came across a video of a older black female. She was crying and she was sombering, and she spoke about the trauma that she experienced growing up black in America, right? And she was sort of lamenting about how, like, we don't talk about it, right? Like the experiences that we experience, that our grandmothers and mother experience, you know, at the hands of the system, but also at the police and some white individuals, right? And so I want to talk about this because I think that in order to not, let me move back a little bit, not just to just celebrate our blackness, but also to heal our experiences, right? And I want to talk about it in terms of the family systems, because I honestly believe that black folks truly value family, despite what social media says, or society says. I do think that it is important to discuss the incidents that happened, and not just talk about it in terms of epigenetics of what we can feel somatically in our bodies, but how we can heal from it. Like, give it its voice. Like, I experienced this, you know, um, and I think it is important. And these are some of the tips that I want to give. So I think the first thing is talking about it and being honest with our family members, of what we experienced, whether it was job loss, violence, physical violence, and there are so many types of violence that we've experienced. We have to acknowledge each and every one that we've experienced. So these are my tips. I wrote them down because I will forget these. And the first one is, so these are my steps, sorry. The first one is awareness, like being aware that what we experienced was heartbreaking and was deeply intersectional and just a complete abuse of a person, right? We have to acknowledge that it happened. Not just in like clips and like, someone being hung, someone being, sexually abused, things like that, but like everything from our babies being stolen, right? And I kind of want to go everywhere with this. And the thing is this, like, when I see black moms, myself included, being able to raise your own children, that's a blessing. Because for a very long time, we weren't able to raise our own children. The moment the kids were born, or sometimes if we were lucky, when they reached 3 months, they would ship off to a new plantation. Now we have the ability to raise our own children. There is a reproductive trauma that happened that we need to acknowledge as well. Embracing self-care, like not just like, manicures and pedicures, but like for some it would be connecting with the ancestor, but also recognizing that they had that experience, that was their direct experience, right? Within our family, breaking the silence, keeping secrets, that's problematic. That is harming the individual, but also the family as a collective, right? We have to learn to reparent ourselves. There's a gentleman there is a social worker on YouTube. I'm going to link his name somewhere. But also recreating healthy boundaries and recreating our own legacies and systems, right? I can make tons of videos about this. I'm so passionate about generational trauma and what that looks like. You know, it is not, you know, for the spiritual girlies, and I feel like I'm one of those too. It's not just honoring our ancestors in terms of offering them coffee, things like that, but realizing that you in the current physical space are the wildest dreams of our ancestors. You get to experience the level of freedom that they did not. Right? Like, and all I want to say is happy Blackness Month, happy healing, happy wealth, happy everything. I want us to have it all. Not just some of it, parts of it, but everything. All right, guys, have a great day.